What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got some errands to run, and I wanted to give y'all a chance to get to know me better. I gotta go to the gym, I gotta get some groceries, and I got an activity later, but I don't really know if you guys are gonna see that. Stick around to the end, y'all enjoy, and peace. Wow, I usually put my hand over to like the camera at this point, but I'm vlogging. I can just drive off. Let's hope my camera stays, by the way. Actually, I'm gonna secure it a little bit and then I'm gonna drive off. So yeah, catch y'all. I do not think my camera is in the most stable position right now, but until I get a car mount, this is what we just gonna rock with. So y'all enjoy the drive, man. Time to get with it, man. I usually don't go to the gym this late, honestly. I'm usually there early in the morning, but today I had a long day. I had to send out some emails this morning, upload a lot of photos. I've been doing a lot of shooting recently, so it's just, I was trying to use this morning to like really, how I put it, catch up on all the things that I needed to catch up on. I don't know why I couldn't find that word, but yeah, I had to do a lot of catch up this morning, so I made sure I got all that done as much as I could. And now that I got a little bit of extra time in my hands before the day like catches up to me, finna go get this workout in, finna go get these groceries so I can cook, get my dog some more food. The cloud be hungry. And just enjoy the rest of my day, man. I couldn't tell you the last time I just sat down, recorded, and just enjoyed myself like this. It's been a while, if I'm being totally honest with you. So, enjoying this. I did go on vacation recently, because if my friends see this, they're going to be like, that boy not talking about, he not saying this, acting like we ain't just go on vacation. Yeah, we went on vacation. And I had a great time. But when you get back to working again, like, I promise you my time be like this, like, gone, bruh. It's gone. So it feels good to have something to do and have time to use for myself once again, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, back to the drive. Really and truly, I need to start chopping down these questions. But hold on, y'all. Yeah, first question was, how'd you get into photography? And there was a very similar question where it was, what made you get into photography and take it seriously? Let me turn this down a little bit. I got into photography actually after seeing my brother start photography for himself. He had a little clothing brand with one of my roommates at the time, and he had got a camera and was taking pictures with the camera for the brand. And he was also taking photos like during the night scene and whatnot, because he used to always be downtown with his camera in clubs, bars, taking pictures. But he came to the crib one day, and then me and him went to go take pictures for the brand and the shirts that they made. And I was just like watching them do it. And to me, I was already an art major. I was already studying graphic design at UCF. And so for me, once I seen like the camera being used and how it can like apply to like create, you're taking pictures, but to me, like, pictures is just another medium of art. So for me, it just felt like a quicker way to get to a certain result other than drawing, because I can't draw. I tell people this all the time, like, there's a certain way of drawing that I can do, but it's too much to explain right now. But drawing from imagination is something that I can't do. So picking up a camera just seemed like beneficial to me. All I had to do was find out how I can translate media, like terms and like, I guess you can say concepts, that's the perfect word, concepts and terms from like other mediums of art and applying them to a camera, because it's all the same thing at the end of the day. People who draw, they still use the rule of thirds at the end of the day. You're still framing you're still framing your canvas at the end of the day. Instead of just a blank canvas, you have a canvas that can literally see whatever you're seeing. So that's why I ended up going and picking up a camera for myself. And then once I did like and practiced enough, like I was able to like translate those concepts and ideas right over It just took some more time, took some adjusting, took some depth, took some new learning, a lot of new learning. But everything like works hand in hand at the end of the day, and that's what I started to realize, and that's what I really started to fall in love with. Because then, like I said, it created that bridge for me. I couldn't draw, but now I have a medium in my hand that allows me to create, as long as I can put things together and make them look nice and present it well. You know what I'm saying? Or framing a person within like that rule of thirds grid. Like most people don't pay attention to that, but like that's something that's very, very important when it comes to photography. And you can tell a story just by like how you place or how somebody's placed along that rule of thirds grid. It just conveys a different sense of a feeling and emotion that like when you don't follow that grid, like you can just tell when things are off or when people didn't try to or they were just shooting to shoot. There's a difference. So that's something that I feel like I've come to learn over time as well. Just know we're halfway to our first destination, so y'all just stay tuned, stay tucked in until the next one. So my mic disconnected while I was in the car, so I'm gonna voice over this next part. But question 2 is, did you pursue anything other than photography? I did pursue something else. I actually grew up playing soccer. And after my sickness, my main goal was to do sports medicine and work sidelines on the pitch. But after starting college, my interest started to change, and graphic design and digital media, they took my interest. Once I switched my majors, I ended up full sailing on photography, and now I'm on the path that I'm on now. So the next question of the day is, what age did you start photography, and how did you know that it would become your passion? Respectfully, I started photography in college, I want to say junior year. I picked up my camera after seeing my brother do it so frequently and so easily. I ended up putting some money together and picking up my own camera. I went out and I was just practicing shooting on my frat brothers as much as I could. I done did. If y'all haven't seen Dwight on my page or around, like, you will see him eventually because I shoot with the man so much. But yeah, I ended up practicing over and over again with the camera, and the more I took pictures, the more I come to like love taking pictures. And I loved the feeling of making other people happy from the work that I was, I guess you could say, the work that I was producing. So I'm practicing, I'm just trying to get a feel of how to use my camera and whatnot, and the people I'm practicing with, they're telling me how these pictures are so amazing, and that, oh, you should think about doing this for real, and that on the low, not even on the low, they be like, on the high, you're talented, you just don't see it. And it took multiple times, multiple people telling me the same thing before I started to like actually believe it for myself. And then, you know, working a regular 9 to 5, like, it really doesn't do it. Like, it doesn't quench this hunger that I have for like wanting to make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that with a regular 9 to 5, in my opinion. And yes, I have a degree, but I still gotta work to prove that this degree means something. So chasing photography just seemed like the best thing for me to do. And I'm young, so if I'm finna chase anything, now is the time to chase it. So I was working at Nike at the time, and I really just ended up saying, like, forget this. I'm finna put my all into photography and then just see where it takes me. And we are where we are now. So chase your dreams, kids. That's the moral of the story. Chase your dreams. Things, they definitely take their time. And it's a slow grind, but it's all worth it at the end of the day, in my opinion. I've never loved something so much. I've never been so passionate about something. I've never wanted to learn more about something just strictly so that I can do a better job to keep pleasing people. And I literally wake up, that's all I think about. Sleep, think about this. Eat, think about this. When I'm working, I'm thinking about this. When I'm at the gym, I'm sometimes still thinking about this. So, like, I really, really can say that I love photography. Your boy finally finished up his errands for the day. I'm tired. I'm very tired. I am very, very tired. And the day is still not over yet. Still got some more cleaning to do, and then I gotta prep so I can make these wings tonight.
which I'm very excited about. I never made lemon pepper wings before. I'm usually a honey garlic guy, but today I will be making lemon pepper wings. Will you guys be seeing that? Probably not. Am I tired of telling you guys this? No, I'm not. But today was good. I got done most of the things that I wanted to get done. It was leg day. They dying. Real talk. But I hope y'all enjoyed the little vlog. I got a couple more questions left, and it looks like my roommate is home. Where you went? I knew I should have told him, bro. I knew I should have told him. Hurting.
Stepped in some shit on the way, man.
Oh. But we have a couple more questions left to answer though, and they were my favorites, honestly. If we getting down to it, nitty gritty of it. We have, what was your favorite part of the editing process? And I think this was my favorite question, by the way, because up until recently, I think I would have told you a different answer. But as of currently, it's retouching. Retouching is definitely, and then color grading. Retouching and color grading, those two parts have to be my favorite two parts about editing right now. Retouching, it's been a lot of ups and downs because I'm not perfect. Nobody is. I've been doing a lot of learning and a lot of researching to basically get my editing level to a place that I'm comfortable with. And before it wasn't. And I guess you could say I could kind of tell because I always felt iffy about things, but now I'm a lot more confident in my work because it's at the quality that I've always wanted it to be at. Well, it's not always wanted it to be at, but it's slowly getting to the point where I really want it to be at. And so I say retouching has been a lot of fun. It's just very, very tedious. Like I used to be able to get editing done in a very short amount of time. Now, like one picture might take me at least an hour sometimes. I know that's a long time, and until I like increase or make my workflow a lot more efficient, it's gonna always be this way. But I am proud of where I came from, where I once was. So, you know what I'm saying? Give me a little bit of props there, you know what I'm saying? And if you like the work, hopefully it speaks for itself. On top of that, color grading is hella fun. Color grading is hella fun because, at least in my eyes, the way that I look at it, I'm able to manipulate the colors in the ways that I want to. And so there's a lot of times where I feel like a color is too dull or it might be too vibrant and I need to tone it down or turn it up. And so being able to single out colors and edit them without messing any other colors up in the color scheme is quite amazing. I've been doing a lot of that where it's like I focus on individual colors and tweak them to the likings of how I want. And on top of that, actually bringing in colors into the highlights, shadows, or just the midtones, or pulling out colors from those areas and then trying to adjust things in my pictures so that everything can be the way that I genuinely want it. Not my frat brother calling, guys. Look at that. Oh snap, I'm showing y'all the pictures. Look at that ass cap a lot. I told y'all about him earlier too, which is crazy. Say hi to the cam, nigga.
Yo. What you over there doing?
I'm finishing up. I'm doing like a little vlog for YouTube.
Alright.
Peace.
Yeah.
Well, I may go bowling tonight. One of my boys asked me how to select a camera. And really and truly, if you end up watching this, if I was to restart and choose a camera from scratch, I'm gonna do a video about like what cameras I go about choosing, at least for me and what I wanna do, where I break down like, at least in the sense, what is it that you wanna do with your photography or whatever the reason is that you wanna get your camera, and then whatever your budget is. Using those two things is usually how I ended up determining what cameras I ended up buying. And that goes for both of them. The main one that I use and the one I'm recording off of right now, which is my ZV-E10. Love this camera, by the way. Let's see, I feel like most of these I done answered. The rest of this is just stuff that people want to see.
And for the person who wants to see more cloud, man, I think this would be a great way. This would be a great way to end my video for the day. The person who wants to see more cloud, I got you. Let me make sure. Voiceovers from days with multiple shoots. That is coming. And by the time this video actually comes out, those already might be out. But just know it was coming. Let's see, lifestyle through an artistic lens. Yeah, that's coming. Shot and process that led to the final result. That's coming. You know what I'm saying? Pause on all this. No Diddy. Boy, I hope that don't come back to bite me one day. But all right. To end though, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all like the little mock setup that I set up right here in the crib. But here's our little munchkin. Everybody's always asking about her. She just be chilling, vibing out. Ain't that right, Cloud? Ain't that right, mama? She tired, and she tired of all these bright lights being dead in her face. So I'm finna hit it. Peace, y'all. Definitely forgot to say thanks for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and you know, leave a comment or anything of the sort. Peace.